Good morning, good morning, good morning! How's everyone doing? It's Friday! You know what that means. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's what it means. It's Friday. Hi everyone. Welcome. Today, Tana's on. Today we are interviewing Mike Peele. Oh my gosh. This guy is so inspiring. He's so amazing. He's doing some great things. Good morning, Ryan. What do I have on my face? Hello, hello. Hello, Paulette. Hello, Tana. We're just waiting for Mike Peele. I love this guy. He is so inspiring. He's so authentic. He's so real. He's doing some great things. Oh, he's already on. Here we go, kids. Wait till you see this guy. You're gonna love him. Absolutely love him. I haven't showered for him. Mike, I showered for you. I showered for you, Mike Peele.
You did a quarantine quick shower.
Let me tell you, it's the first shower I've taken in months.
Don't listen. Don't tell nobody that.
Oh, I know. Oh, crap.
You can't tell people that.
I mean, I shower every day, 3 times a day.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's good.
Mike Peele, it's so good to see you.
You know, I get really nervous with these lives these days. I don't know why. So
I don't either, because you're
I don't know, man.
fantastic. What could you possibly be nervous about? You're like amazing.
I have no idea. I really don't.
This is all about you. It's all about how you're doing some great things and making some amazing stuff happen and encouraging people and changing people's lives. I mean, how bad could it be?
It's not bad. I, I'm sorry. I'm looking at just worked out with you today. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Was that Willie Will? Yeah, I just, with quarantine going on, I just feel like one of my best friends said, we're gonna either sink or we're gonna either swim. So, instead of complaining, what I did was just kind of took something that I already created and re-put it out there to the universe and to the world, and it's caught fire like crazy. So I'm very happy. But I know this is supposed to be about me, but I'm congratulating you because you lost like what, 100 pounds?
110 pounds.
110 pounds. That's freaking amazing, man. You should be. I'm just saying, you look great. 110 pounds, that's insane. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I love it. I love it because it has different people of all backgrounds, lifestyle, like everything. We have so many people from London, from New York, from Brazil, especially Brazil, all around the United States, South Africa. I mean, so many places that are doing hip hop fit, and it makes me really happy. People are not just losing weight, 50 pounds, 5 pounds, 10. Somebody has lost 60 pounds. I had somebody that said, they have a walker. And they said, because of you, I was able to walk from my house. I got the courage to walk, or the motivation to try to walk from their house to the corner store without their walker.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of so. This pandemic has taught me a lot. And so it's good, man. It's good.
Well, it's amazing because I think one of the things that like is interesting to me is, and I don't know if you hear this often, but you're a big guy. Like, let's just be real. Not a small guy. I mean, your arm is bigger than my entire waist. Like, you're a big guy. And Mike Peele, big guys like you. Yeah, look at that thing. It's not real. It can't be real. It just can't.
It is.
You're like,
no Photoshop, no, no enhancements. It's just the hard work.
But you don't move like a big guy. I mean, you move. I mean, I think it's like the first time I ever saw you dance, I was like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how does he move? Like, you have such powerful, I mean, you really I mean, you move, and what it like, honestly, the inspiring thing for me was like, you can move at any size, any weight, any,
Yes.
like literally, it's just, I mean, if you can move your arms, you could do it. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what's so inspiring to me about you is like, you're like,
Well,
you're the
here's the
Hulk, and yet
well
you move
he,
like a
like
Tinkerbell.
water, like water. It's like water. No, here's the thing, and I'm so glad you said that. We talked briefly last night, just to
Yeah,
give people a little. We talked briefly last night, and one of the things that you know I always say is I know what it feels like to be the underdog. I know what it feels like to be counted out. I know what it feels like to just be different. And for a guy my size, you don't expect me to be able to move the way I move.
no,
And with the whole hip hop fit thing, is I'm letting other people know, not the people that count these people out, but the people that are actually doing hip hop fit. I am actually letting them know, like, hey, you guys can do it. I don't care if you're 90 pounds or if you're 300 pounds, and you can do this. And it goes away from just the dance and all of that stuff. It goes away from there, and it goes into your mental, where it's like, oh hell, I could do this. I could do anything.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because some people will count themselves out. They'll look at me and be like, oh my God, I can't do that. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to look like that. Well, the thing is, you don't have to look like me, or you don't have to do it exactly like I'll do it, as long as you're doing it, and your body will get used to it, and you're like, oh, okay. Um, but yeah, I'm not a small boy at all.
how tall are you?
I am 6 feet. I'm 6 feet, and right now I'm 238 pounds. Quarantine weight. But I am 238 pounds.
Mike, I am
Um,
the size of your big toe.
yes. No.
Yes, yes, you are.
Yes, yes,
Yes, Mark,
yes, you
you
are.
are.
Yes, Mark, you are. No, no, it's listen, I am very active. I encourage other people to just be very active. It's not necessarily all about being at the gym and constantly working out. That's just me. But people get intimidated by the gym and working out. So when we did this hip hop fit thing, it's like it's great because you can be at home, you can do it, and it's all good. Um, but I just want people to be active. I just
Yeah,
want people to be active, be moving, and especially in this time right now. I mean,
it's what we got. I mean,
it's
literally, it's what
yeah,
we got. Like,
yeah,
it's, I mean, listen, like, none of us were prepared for this. None of us.
absolutely,
Like, if
absolutely.
you would have told, like, I love, there's a meme out there that says, in hindsight, there's not one person who got the question right 5 years ago. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Absolutely.
We were like, oh, you're going to be
Absolutely.
inside quarantined, eating bonbons and watching every Golden Girls episode you've ever seen. Which, by the
We
way,
talked about that. We talked about that. We have that in common. Listen, everybody that's on here, me and Mark have in common that we both watch Golden Girls. And I don't know if I should be telling everybody this, but
no,
I watch Golden
absolutely, you
Girls,
need to be proud.
and
Be a
and I
proud Golden Girls watcher.
and I know every single line.
I gotta tell you, I watched the episode today that and it blows me away how ahead of their time they
Yeah,
were,
the
and
writing was amazing.
it was the
Amazing.
episode where Rose finds out that she might have AIDS,
Yes,
and
yes.
you're watching that and you're going, like, just to hear her say, like, she was walking out the door and she goes, I'm getting ready for no one to love me, and Dorothy gets up and
Hmm.
she's like, what are you talking about? Like,
And
that's
yeah, let it,
absolutely not
yeah,
true. But that's
yeah.
the way people felt. And for them to like say, no, 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 we're going to make a point to do that. Like, I have to say this. Of course you love Golden Girls because you're kind of the same person. You're making statements and doing things that are even ahead of your time.
And you know what? I don't think I think about those things. You know what? And we were talking last night. I enjoyed our pre-interview talk last night so much. The thing about this whole quarantine for me, and I don't know if people out there can identify with this. For me, and like I told you last night, my entertainment side of my career hasn't stopped, thank God, but it has definitely slowed down.
Yeah, it's plateaued a
And
little bit.
yeah, and it's just like this is the time that we live in. But for me, I said I have to jump. I took a week. I took 2 weeks. I took 2 weeks of doing absolutely nothing at the beginning of quarantine, letting my body rest, letting my mind, creativity, all of that rest. And then after 2 weeks, I got restless. I was like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then the creative side kicked back in for me, and I said, okay, so what am I going to do to create? So first, I'm like writing sketches down, old movies, and putting them on my board and saying, okay, I'm gonna redo this or do sketch scenes. But then I came back to Hip Hop Fit, which I've already had going and created, and I said, okay, let's put this back out on YouTube and see what the response is. Mind you, months before the pandemic, I had did a couple of different things with different platforms, Fit On, Verve. I think they're out of London. I did like stuff like that. But I did something with Pop Sugar. That Pop Sugar one video before the pandemic had just hit like 1.2 million views, right?
What?
Yeah, within months. And we did Hip Hop Fit. So during the pandemic, it went from 1.2 million views to it's now at 6.7 million views. So all of that traffic was looking for me, like, okay, this guy, who is this guy? And we want to, where's his stuff? And literally, I put it back out, got a couple of my team together. I said, hey, let's go and film, and boom. And I didn't want to do YouTube anymore because of the algorithms and all of that. But I said, let's not be negative. Let's turn this into a positive, and let's just see what it does. And Mark, literally, now we're on, I think, 20. Next week everybody calls it Top Tuesdays because I'm always screaming top in the dance, and it's a thing now. So when you have all of those things that have come just through that makes this pandemic for me a little bit easier, and hopefully a little bit easier for other people on the receiving end. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like we were just saying with the whole Golden Girls thing, there are so many people that feel like they're by themselves. They're not loved. There's a lot. Listen, I've had my times in this quarantine. God, I don't know. I can't believe I'm about to admit this, that I've been during this quarantine has been very lonely. Like I told you last night, I've been single for going on 5 years now. And when you can't have in connection or with people that you see all the time, or I had classes when I'm not on set. I had classes throughout the week that had like 60 and up people, and I don't even see those people anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's difficult. And with this platform to have, I am absolutely thankful, absolutely blessed that people are receiving it from me and feeling amazing and not alone. And when I give my little statements of encouragement at the end, that people are taking those and are like, wow, like this is great. And I want to be looked at like that, not necessarily for physique or anything like that. I really want people to take the words that I give and the encouragement and the inspiration to heart. That makes me feel really, really good. Plus, everybody's shaking their butt and doing their thing, and
I mean, wait, you don't want to be looked at for your physique? Okay, see you later, because that's all I was going to talk about here. But bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. No, you know what? Listen, man, Mark, so I'm gonna admit something to you in public that, see, you getting stuff that I'm supposed to be saving for the new videos that I told you we're gonna be doing. But so I'll peel a little layer back, so that I can make that statement on here, right? Like we're gonna be doing the peel effect videos. Besides the in addition to the hip hop fit videos, there will be the peel effect, which is peeling back the layers. There'll be motivational, inspirational, conversational videos, kind of like Oprah Soul Sunday meets Mike Peel. But
Mike, no. Oprah meets Mike Peele.
Peel. Drum roll, please. No, but you know what? And I know some people on here are going to be like, "Shut up, get out of here." I was the kid back in the day. I was never a fat kid. I was a husky. I was a husky kid. Big legs, big butt, just, stocky little boy. But I wasn't the athletic kid. I was the artsy kid. I did play tennis all through high school. But I have struggled. I am now 40 years old. I have struggled with what I look like through the years.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, where other people are like, "Oh my God, I wish I looked like this person," or "I wish I could lose this much weight," or "I wish I could," all of that. Patrick, Pat, I see you, Big Mike. It's so silly. I struggled with, oh, I want to look like this guy. I want to look like that. Or I want this and I want that. Or then as I started to work out, oh, this is not big enough. Or I need to be like this. I need to be like that. So now at 40, I think through my 30s, I tried to work through it. And now at my 40s, I'm as a 40-year-old man, I'm much more comfortable with me right now.
Yeah.
It's not to say when I go to the gym, I'm like, okay, you might want to do this and do that. But I try not to be as critical or compare myself to somebody else's physique. So when I say I don't want it to be I get it. I get people see what I look like. I get that. I get all of that. But I've always been the guy. I've always been the kid that wanted to be known for my talents, and as an adult, for me inspiring and motivating people. The look, what I physically look like, that's fine. For me, I put that at the end. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's just me. Like, I don't know. I know some people will be like, "Get the hell out of here," but
Well, no, I'm about to hang up on you because I've never been that in my life.
I'm
kidding,
honest.
I'm kidding. I just think, listen, I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's, it really does say a lot about your character. It says a lot about why people do want to follow you and learn from you. And because, listen, we all struggle. I don't know a person in the world that doesn't struggle with body image somehow.
Absolutely.
Where we are comparing ourselves constantly. We're constantly deciding that there's something on us that's not good enough. Like, oh, I've got my nose or my cheeks, my ears, I even have one friend who's like the most stunning person. And she's like, "I hate my thumbs." And I'm like, "Fuck you." Like,
that's a new one. I hate my thumbs.
And I will admit, she has awful thumbs.
Are you thumb shaming?
I'm thumb shaming. No, I'm kidding.
Shaming.
Her thumbs are gorgeous. But it's the one thing that I'm like, literally like, "Your thumbs, oh, I'm so sorry." Like, me. But I think the thing that the thing with you is that mentality, that level of humility that goes, listen, listen, you're not going to say to anyone, because if you do, we're all going to punch you in the throat next time we see you. You have a good body. You have a good body. You know that you've worked hard for that body. However, you do not make it a focus. And that's the important part. There's this fine line between like that false confidence of like, "No, I don't have a good body." And I'm like, "Mike Peele, you have 42 abs. Like, stop it." But you would never say that. You just say, it's not about that. It's about being the good person first. And then, if you get to that point, being able to say, "Yeah, I've worked hard and I've been able to have the body that I have because I've worked hard."
Yeah, I think it is important for us to, and for me, also, is that you can stand, when people say standing in your truth, you can absolutely own I always say this, there's something sexy and attractive about everybody. I don't care what size you are. I don't care if you got abs, if you don't. There's something sexy and attractive about everybody. You find it and you literally you love it. You
Yeah.
love it. If there's something about you that you may not love, or whatever, you have the ability to work at it or change it or whatever. For me, I just tell everybody, for me personally, you're right. I have gotten to the state to the age where I can sit back and say, okay, okay, this right here, like my sister Karma in here, like when they all say you did that, like I'm like, okay, when I get dressed certain times, I'm like, okay, you put that together, that looks good. I think everybody should have a level of confidence, no matter what shape, size, whatever. But you don't want to go over into that good old obnoxious meter where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we get it. And I think my mother has a lot to do with how I was raised. I know she does. Like I'm just not that guy. I think some people before they meet me, they might think I am. Like, oh, he's probably a player, he's probably full of himself, probably a douchebag. Like, I'm not. I am so not. Like I'm actually very shy. So I get a little uncomfortable if you compliment me, especially to my face. I'm like, oh, thank you. Let's talk about something else.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, okay, with that face. But I do. There's a fine line between confidence and obnoxious, but I think that everybody should find something that they love about themselves, that they think is sexy about themselves, and celebrate it. There's nothing wrong with celebrating yourself.
Totally.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
Nothing.
listen, I
Absolutely nothing.
posted a picture the other day on my Instagram where it was me at my fat state and then me shirtless.
Mhm.
And I got some hate. I got some people saying, like, oh my God, I can't believe you. And I was like, all I was trying to do, if you read the message, was to say, I've worked hard, I've done it.
Mhm.
But I also said I couldn't have done it without the millions of people around me. Like, it's one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes. I know we don't all, whatever, but Arnold Schwarzenegger said, don't ever tell me that I'm self made because I'm not. I got to where I'm at because of the millions of people around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
None of us are self made.
Mhm.
And it's the difference, like you said, between saying, like, don't have false confidence and like I'm not ever going to have that false confidence, or hopefully not, to say, oh, I don't, I don't look, I feel so much better than I did 110 pounds heavier.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that. I
Absolutely.
did not do it for that reason. I did it because I needed to be healthy. I did
Yeah.
it because I was in a hospital and I heard a doctor say to my mom, get here now because you're going to have to say goodbye to your son. And
Yeah.
for me, that was the moment that said, I no longer want to be overweight. And
Yeah.
and the positive side of it is, yes, you get to lose weight and feel better about yourself. There's nothing wrong. And the
Absolutely.
world should embrace all of us feeling good about ourselves at some point, with the confidence of also saying, I couldn't have done it alone.
Yeah. I think, but you know what? I think nowadays we give so much freaking attention to trolls and people. So if you're gonna post a picture, you post that picture, Mark. You
Yeah.
post that picture, and if people are all everybody's gonna always have something to say. Whether no matter what it can. I for me on my social media, I try to ride the very fine line of showcasing what I do for a living, what I create, what I'm a part of, which I love, and you know, pictures of me, because I don't want to come off like a certain way. But and however, there is nothing wrong with what you posted because first of all, it's your Instagram.
Yeah.
So the people that actually took time to literally come in and make a comment, negative or positive, it's like, thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you for taking 5 seconds to make a negative comment. Thank you very much. But I will say that everybody is not meant to be a size 2. Everybody is not meant to have an 8-pack. Everybody is not meant to be all buffed up. And listen, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work. A lot of people don't like to go to the gym. A lot of people are scared of the gym. A lot of people don't want to go into the gym because they feel judged. And I get it. I get it. Listen, when I first started working out seriously, I would go into the gym. This is when I was living back in Atlanta. I would go to the gym and literally, even though everybody knew me, I was like, you know, I had guys that were like bodybuilders and huge, and they saw my physique and they were like, man, if you just worked out and just trained consistently, Mike, you'll be fine. But I was so intimidated, like, oh my God. And then one day I just was like, you know what, screw this. I'm about to go in here and I'm about to do what I want to do and how I want to do it. And then I just started getting tips or whatever. And I've created my physique for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is me. This is what it's going to be. If I want to get small, if I want to get bigger, I know what I have to do. And then that's it. Just going back to that, I think everybody should celebrate themselves. Don't look to everybody else to celebrate you. Please don't, because just don't.
Yeah.
I don't expect people to celebrate me.
Well, I get to celebrate you.
We got to get you in a video, man. We got to get you in a video.
I dance like everyone's awkward aunt. Like, I'm like, hey, pointing my fingers at my toes. Hey.
Mark, if you ever are in public and you're dancing like that and you point at your toes, we're going to have a problem.
I do it all the time. I'm always like, hey.
It's, you know, and you know what? I want to say this to some people. So, like, I have so many people that are like, oh my God, are you a personal trainer? And I'm like, no, I'm not. No. Here's the thing, and I'm not crapping on personal trainers. I don't want anybody to look at Hip Hop Fit as me being your trainer, because I'm not a personal trainer. My profession, my thing, as you know, is entertainment, is all of these things.
Yeah.
However, I have an extensive background in fitness, and I love it. But I would rather people look at me as their coach. If they're doing Hip Hop Fit, look at me as your coach, because I'm giving you way more than your fitness.
Yep.
You know, we doing mental, we doing your physical, how you feel about yourself, how you going about your day. But I really appreciate that, because people don't even like to mess with trainers, because trainers these days are like a dime a dozen. It's like going to a Starbucks in New York. It's one on every single corner, and they're pretty much all the same. And it's like, what do you bring different? And for me, Hip Hop Fit is totally different.
Oh, 100%.
Totally
100%. And here's the thing.
Absolutely.
Anyone, and I'm saying this loudly, anyone can do hip hop fitness. Like, literally, even if you don't get it right,
you're fine.
You're moving your freaking body.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that's what I love about it. Like you said, the person in even a wheelchair or a walker, or if you can move any part of your body, you're in. You're good.
Yes.
Because there's something about just moving your body to any sort of, even if you don't have rhythm. I don't have rhythm. But just moving your body to rhythm, there's something magical about it. And you know, it's funny, I have to go back to this for just a second, and then we'll never speak about trolls again. But
yes, you don't give them energy.
Brene Brown, who's one of my favorite speakers, I adore her. She literally says from stage, she goes, if you are on the outside and you are not covered in blood, sweat, dirt with me inside the ring, if you're not inside the arena with me, covered with grime and muck and all that, you have no right to say anything to me, and I'm not going to listen to you. And it's like, unless you are in this with me, I don't care what you say. Which ultimately is like what Lucille Ball said. What other people think about me is none of my fucking business.
Ooh, okay, yes. What?
I struck
Yes,
something. I
Mark,
struck
you
something in
struck
my
something,
field.
baby. You struck something. What people believe and think of you is none of your damn business.
Yeah.
At all.
At all.
Nothing. No. And I like the analogy. The where it's like if you're not in the ring, so you will always have something to say. Always have something to say. Always. But the thing is, that is so true. If those people did not wake up with you, if they don't know your struggle, if they don't know your story, if they don't know what your day in and your day out is, if they're not right there in the trenches with you, if they're not hustling with you, if they're not helping you, if they're not uplifting you, they don't matter, and they don't know you. They don't know you. They just don't. So you have to learn. I think we have to think with social media now and the likes and the comments and the followers. And I'm not going to dog those because I have those and it's fine. But with all of that has now come, everybody feels like they have a right to speak on everybody's life and have something to say about how you do something, what you do, when you did it, how often you're doing it. And it's none of their business. That's why for me, like we talked last night, I only share what I want to share.
Yeah.
Which is basically work stuff. I want to motivate somebody. I want to inspire somebody. I want to be motivated. I want to be inspired or whatever. I'm not giving you my entire freaking life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But those people, Mark, they're not in the boat with you. They don't know how much it took for you to lose 110 pounds. They don't know that struggle. So when you wanted to go ahead and post that picture, damn it, you post it.
Yeah.
And anybody else that has anything to say, get the hell out of here. Like your opinion really doesn't matter. And I hate when people say, well, you put it up, so we have the right. No, you don't. You really don't. You really don't. You really don't.
Fuck off. You really don't.
Yeah, you don't. So to anybody out there, it's just like, listen, in this world, it's kind of hard to say do you because it seems like somebody's always going to have something to say. But that's just what it is. Do what you're supposed to. Do what you have to do for you, and you just keep it moving. You literally keep it moving. I will say, don't share everything. You don't go to a stranger in a bar or at a party or anywhere and just share your life.
Yeah.
With everybody. So why would you share everything with everybody on social media?
And
like
I'm just gonna say it. I really don't care what your dessert looks like. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, man, there's some desserts I've seen and I've hit some people
I know,
up and
but I'm
said, I need
telling
to
you.
be at that place.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm saying it. Because, dear God, every time I see it, I'm like, I've never known I needed something so much in my life. And let me tell you, I just don't. I'm not saying don't post it because it's terrible or whatever. I'm saying don't post it because I don't want to gain the 110 pounds back. Just don't.
Listen, I love a sprinkles cupcake, red velvet. So
Jesus, take the wheel.
Take the wheel. Take the wheel quickly.
Take the freaking wheel. Well, I got to tell you, I mean, I think, I always end these interviews telling the person why I love them and what, they mean to me and why I had them on. So you get to just sit back and absorb some of those things.
Okay, this is hard for me, but I'm
going
to take it.
I know. I'm
this
sorry.
This is really hard.
I'm sorry. You're just going to have to do it.
Okay.
Mike Peele.
Yes.
I think that you are living your life out loud. You are creating a world for other people to be a better version of themselves than they were the day before. You do it with kindness, you do it with energy, you do it with an ability to show people love above all things, whether it is love for themselves, love for you. Like, there is always going to be, whenever Mike Peele is involved, there's going to be a level and a fabric of love around what you're doing. I think that you have taken something that has been really terrible for us, this COVID time, and have created a bright light in the middle of it all. I asked you to be on the show because I wanted people to see this energy, this charisma, this beautiful person. And I'm not talking about beauty on the outside, the beauty of you on the inside. I wanted people to catch a glimpse, and that's all they can catch in just 30 minutes. But the more that people are going to get to know you and see you, they're going to see that you are, like, it's interesting because I'm going to say this, it's going to be awkward. You're a gorgeous man. Don't get us wrong.
Oh,
You, like, you have a stunning body, all that. But the fact that you could be the level that I think you are of just gorgeousness, but I don't even see that, because what I see first is your heart, says something. I mean, it's like being able to see the most beautiful car you've ever seen and just go, yeah, but it's under the hood that matters. You know, like, this car will not go anywhere without that engine. And your engine is so flooded with love and desire to respect and cherish that it is so stunning. So I had you on the show because I wanted the world to see that Mike Peele is so much more than they even think Mike Peele is. But more importantly, I wanted them to be able to absorb the light that you are constantly putting out into the world. And I don't know you well. I don't know you well. So I'm speaking from just a really bird's eye view. And the more I get to know you, every moment that I get to speak with you and chat with you, it's like I'm absorbing this amazing amount of just kindness and like I don't know how to explain it, but you fill my tank, and you do it with just who you are. And I am so grateful that you did the show. I want you to know that you are loved and you are cherished, and I can't wait to get to know you more and more. I can't wait for the world to get to know you more and more. We're going to have to do another interview because there's like 47 questions I wanted to ask you, because
okay.
you have been in the presence of Beyonce.
Yes. And Rihanna. And
And
Madonna.
and Michael Jackson.
And Michael Jackson. And
I
Nicki
mean,
Minaj.
like, let me
You
just
know,
tell
that
you.
was hard. That was hard for me to take all of that love that you did. You know, that was hard for me.
But absorb it.
I know.
I don't even want you to put that negative and tell me it was hard for you. I don't
It
care.
was.
I want you
But
to
thank you.
absorb it, and I want you to know that you are truly loved. You are a
Thank you.
positive light in this dark world right now. And our world would be darker without you standing up to making the world a better place and letting people in on your journey. So thank
Thank
you
you.
for living out loud, and thank you for being a bright light.
I appreciate it. Yes, we have to do this again because I want to know these questions. We have to do it
Oh,
again.
I've got questions. Have you ever, Beyonce Jay-Z video that they did at the Louvre, or at that, like, they did it in
Which,
the museum, and she's wearing
yes,
white,
yes,
and she's
yeah,
doing this with this, like, her white dress.
yes.
I saw a meme the other day that just made me love my life. It's like, this is what I look like trying to fold a fitted sheet, and it's Beyonce, like, and I was like, yes, that is
Quick,
exactly.
quick story.
Yeah.
I was on tour with Rihanna, and I think it's still on YouTube. I have to find the video for you. We were in, I think, Japan, and we had these things, and I was doing a barrel turn and just, all of this. I literally get up on the stage and a gust of wind comes, and all you saw was me going like this, trying to get the damn sheet off. And I literally go, or get the fabric off of my head, wrapped around my head, and I go, doom, 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 doom. And literally, we come backstage. Rihanna later, and her people was like, "Mike, we saw that." And I was like, "What? What did you see?" They were like, "Yeah, we saw that." And they started laughing. The choreographer, everybody was like, "Yeah, we saw that." And I believe it's still on YouTube. It was hilarious.
I'm
So
gonna look for it.
it's so funny. But thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for
Thank you
being on here.
yeah, thank you everybody. I saw the comments and everything. I couldn't answer because I was on the interview, but thank you. And thank you so much, Mark. I'm really proud of you. When this pandemic is over, let's hang out. I mean, we can hang out now, just have to be masked up. And keep on your journey, man. And I'm around. You can always hit me up. You have my number. And we will definitely do this again. And
I want to do this like every week with you. I mean, I have a questions I can ask Mike Peele.
I think these people will probably get sick of me. They'll be like, okay, we
No
gotta
one
see
could
it.
ever get sick of you, Mike Peele. I'm telling you right now.
Trust me, there's somebody in this comment, probably Karma probably will disagree. She'd be like, I love my brother, but he gets on my nerves.
Well, listen, it's so funny. I always say, like, about my siblings, like, I will give you my kidney and my liver, but you ask me for my charger? No way!
No.
Get out of here!
Mark, I love you. I love you, man. You hilarious.
Well, Mike Peele, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we
Thank
will
you.
chat soon.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Happy
Thank you.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye.